Hey there, y'all. So, I was having this conversation today, and I was having a conversation with a good friend of mine, and I was explaining to her like my passion about entrepreneurship, and so what she made a statement that was interesting to me. She said that because I said, what do you think entrepreneurship is? Hey, Miss Claire. I said, what do you think entrepreneurship is? And she was like, well, I mean, it's about getting wealthy. And, I had to, like, I quickly, you know, not stopped her, but, kind of wanted to address to her that entrepreneurship is more than just, being wealthy. So first, me, my ADHD, I stopped. I was like, wait a minute, I gotta write this down. And I wrote it down, and I was like, entrepreneurship is not just about wealth, right? And then I went back to talking to her, and I was saying like, so what I'm going to do is, because I actually wrote this down. I wrote down, hey Danielle, I wrote down three tips why entrepreneurship is not just about wealth, right? So I started off with one of the ones that was more complicating, like one that addresses like so many ways that entrepreneurship is beneficial. So I wanted to start with the least one. First, entrepreneurship is more meaningful than like a regular, like working a 9 to 5 if you don't have passion for it, right? So when you work like a 9 to 5, you are fulfilling somebody else's dream, right? Unless it's just something that you just direly just love to do, that dream is somebody else's dream. So you're fulfilling that person's dream, right? So when you're an entrepreneur, 9 times out of 10, you have more passion, and you also have more passion in the product or the service that you give. Because for one, you got to eat. So if you don't do anything with that business, like it's not beneficial to you at all. So you have to have passion in it, and sometimes passion pushes you to work, right? So one thing about having passion and purpose in your business is that you have to work every day. You have to have self-discipline. You have to avoid naysayers, because people are going to tell you that this is not working out, you're losing money, this is happening, you look dumb, they could say any type of thing. You're going to fail, because I've had that told to me by someone that I care about very much, that my business is going to fail. So all I do is just push fire under me to make me push even harder. So do you see those little lightning bolts? Yes, that is fire under me to push me even harder, right? The most important thing is the self-discipline. We heard that when we went to convention, paparazzi convention, is that why is it that some people are more successful than others? Well, the reason being is because they're working more harder. They have self-discipline. They write down a goal, and then they stick to it. They do it, no matter if they're tired or not. So having self-discipline is what's going to push you to have more success. All right, my second one is investing in your own future. So like I made the point before, when you work for someone else, you invested in their future. You're making their family rich. But when you pour into your own business, you are setting yourself up for wealth in the future, for your family's future. You're investing in yourself where you can have residual income eventually. Everything don't start off right away. So in entrepreneurship, You may have to grind. You may lose some money. I mean, I heard that it takes 5 years for you to build your business up to be where you want it to be. So it may take some time for it to get to the potential that you want it to be. And then there are people who still, once it gets to that potential, then you have other goals for the next 5 years and then the next 5 years. So it just keep on going. And then now you're leaving a legacy and a business for your family in the future, So even when I take my girls to events and I have them helping me, that's setting them up so that they can take on my legacy and my business that I had from when we were struggling, And so they know how to work it. I don't even have to be right there. I remember we went to a bit event with me and my girls, and I had Lyric or Kayla. They were in the front while I was packing up something or getting something. And the lady called me over and she says, you need to keep them in the front all the time. They would not let me stop until I bought something. They kept saying, well, what you think about this? Oh, this will look nice on you. I mean, they kept on pushing until the lady bought something. So I'm teaching them how to work for themselves. Now they then learn customer service. They learned how, to serve a customer, how to manage money, all different types of stuff. That's investing in my family. So in the future, we don't know how these jobs are going. I mean, we see all the time companies downsizing, positions being deleted, people losing their jobs. As you can see, in retail now, everything is going online. So companies that have been in business for years are now closing up shop, and they no longer, have a brick and mortar business anymore. They're now online, So the dynamic of how businesses were ran before, you have to keep up with it. So in order to do that, you have to stay informed, and that's investing in yourself, in your family, and in the future. Okay, so my third one, which I actually had as number 1, was freedom of your own time. So you have flexibility to do what you want. Say if you couldn't do something at the time, but you have an event, you hire somebody to cover you. In network marketing, you may have teammates, so your teammates can go ahead and work that. Now, how is made in paparazzi is that when your teammate invest in their business, because you help them out, the company pays you between 5 to 10% whenever they order something. This does not come out of their money. So in a sense, when I have a teammate that goes and do an event and they need to buy more inventory, then that is investing in my future. Got it? So is more to it than just well, I'm getting off pace. The freedom of having your own time. You're able to have employees. Things are changing where you can just work your business better when it's you. Now we have online websites where you're making money in your sleep. I went to sleep, and then when I woke up, I had PayPal ringing. I had different things. Hey, Voya. Different things happening where I was actually making money in my sleep. And that's one of the best things. I love it. Is that I had my live or whatever, I showed something or somebody, I invoice, and then I go to sleep, and then I wake up, and then I've gotten paid. So I love that. That's the best thing to wake up to, is getting paid. So entrepreneurship is not just about wealth, but you eventually earn wealth when you stick to it. The whole thing is that you have to have self-discipline and consistency so that it can continue to grow. So that is my tidbit. I think that entrepreneurship, it may not be for everybody, because some people are conventional. They want to work at 9 to 5. They want to know how much they're getting paid every 2 weeks. But then, there are some other people that are not conventional, that don't like to wake up early in the morning to go to work. They don't want to punch the clock. They don't, want to know how that day is going to be. Is that's going to be the same way, everything all the time? Something's different. You may want to do business outside your closet, sitting in your PJs, nobody knows. So it's totally up to an individual of how they work their entrepreneurship. Everybody has a different system, and that's the best thing about having your own business, is that you can do what you love and what you have passion for your way. All right, till next time, bye.